Hey, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Hey, good morning. Hey, sick. I got the sister in the house this morning. Shout out to the sister. Man, guys, how y'all doing, man? It's definitely been a lot of transition happening in your boy's life. So much so, man, that I've been debating on some things. Now, I don't want to talk about a lot of serious topics this morning. I kind of want to have a little bit of a little bit more fun, introspective show. Maybe not introspective, maybe more fun than introspective. um, but I do want to say this before we really dive too deep into the show this morning. I was thinking about back in, actually, where are my manners? Where are my manners? Y'all see my head ain't in it, bro. I got up. My wife told me this morning. She said maybe you need to lay back in the bed, put the covers back on you, close your eyes, and then sit up again and wake up again, cause you awful this morning, bro. So just want to be give y'all a warning. Your boy might be a little off today, but it's because I've had so much on my mind, so many different thoughts on my heart and my mind, and on Monday's show, I talked about it being complicated. And the reason certain things are complicated is because as people, a person like myself, my attachment style, I'm a dismissive avoidant. And so I sometimes will not have certain conversations that I don't think is profitable, beneficial. I don't think it's going to amount to anything. I honestly do not want to waste my time having a conversation about something that I know going into it is not going to be resolved. And y'all, guess what? It's hump day. Oh, yeah. That chick Yo's in the building. Toronto Riggers is in the building. My guy Health Talk is in the building. Shout out to y'all. So yeah, talk. I don't want to have conversations that I don't think is gonna be profitable. And I've been talking to my mom. Y'all know her status and her situation. And I've been talking to her on and off about a lot of different things through the month, over the last couple of months. And we've been you had a conversation with my mom, she's tired. My dad, he would just pull up at random because my dad still had a little things for my mom, y'all. So he pull up sometimes randomly, and it would just upset her sometimes because she wanted to not, what I'm saying, still feeling the thing. She want to be over and done, and so it was some conversations that she never had. And then because I saw my dad through my mom's eyes for so many years, there's conversations that I didn't have. And I was talking to somebody a few months ago, and we were talking about life and death challenges and situations, and how people go to the grave carrying so much hurt and resentment. People live with so much hurt and so much resentment, and that became a topic of discussion. That became a major topic of discussion that we never really actually finished. We never actually finished. And it's beef. It's beef. When you have beef with a person, what's beef, you ask? Beef is when you need 3 guns to go to sleep. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when ICU, you're guaranteed to be in ICU. That's beef. That's beef when you have that challenge, that problem with somebody that is so severe that you can't say a good word about them. They can't say a good word about you. You can't big them up if they did something good, if they had a success, they had a baby. Man, F them kids. Beef is when they die, you got bad words to say even over their grave. There used to be a movie back in the day called I'll Spit on Your Grave. But that's beef. When you have beef with somebody, those are the kind of things that happen. And so over the weekend, I'm minding my own business. Saturday morning, I'm reeling because my pops just passed. Really no time had gone by, and I was still waking up in this surreal place because the man that is responsible for creating my life, the man that I've known my whole life, the man who has been a saint to me at times and a boogeyman to me at other times, he's no longer here. That connection is severed. There's an African proverb that says when an old man dies, a library burns to the ground. And that is true because I'll never be able to go back and see my pops or ask my pops a question or talk to him about anything. Whether we had beef or not, whether we were on good terms or not, I will not be able to do that. And so I'm reeling. I'm sitting here reeling. And I do what most people do. We get on our phones and we start to scroll. And we start to scroll. And I'm sitting here looking at my phone and realize that there's some beef that has been brewing in the entertainment world. And I see a diss track from your boy Chris Breezy. I see a diss track from Chris Breezy. Now, before I was into morning motivation, your boy was into battle rap. Your boy was into to not a lot of drama, but I like the showcasing of skills against your opponent, whether it was fighting, whether it was let me be more specific, whether it was boxing, whether it was wrestling, whether it was a squabble on the block in your local playground. But I especially loved battle hip hop raps. I love battle rap. I grew up in the day when LL was coming at I used to go downtown 120 9th Street, Kumo D. I mean, that's like one of my earliest rap beefs. LL and Kool Mo D. One of my earliest rap battles, and I was there for all of the festivities. And then hip hop started to change and morph a little bit, and now I'm seeing the infighting on the West Coast as well. And you got Ice Cube going at NWA, No Vaseline. Come on now. If I talk about No Vaseline, y'all already know it's a rough day. It's gonna be a rough day if there's no kind of lubrication used, no Vaseline being used, going into a place where you ain't supposed to be going without some kind of lube, right? And then it's been so many over the years, but the one that, and I remember that like it was almost yesterday as well. I was in Korea, and I was about to go into the barracks, and then one of my suite mates, the soldier that I share a bathroom with, he was like, Glover, bruh, my guy got your guy. And I said, what are you talking about? You crazy. He said, no, I'm anything but crazy. I told you he was the greatest rapper of all time. Now, when we attribute greatest rapper of all time, most sane people, rational people will say, we talking about Biggie, the notorious B.I.G., right? Most people would think that if you grew up in a hip-hop community, because he passed away untimely. He had some of the strongest, although not the largest body of work, but some of the strongest lyricism or lyrical skills, and he didn't do it being what you would call super fine or appealing to the eye. Biggie was overweight, heavy set, and he had one eye was doing something weird, and he I'm just saying, hey yo, Puff. Oh man. He wasn't the traditional famous person that we'd be big up and then thrown out into the spotlight. He did it differently. His skills and his talent was unmatched. But this guy was talking about Pac. He talking about hit him up. First off, and the click you claim, right? He talking about Pac. And I did not want to hear the song because I don't know how he got it because it was 96? Yeah, I think it was 96. And yeah, because Pac passed September 96. Whatever he was shot anyway. No, he passed too. He passed like a week later after he got shot. And he played, how did he get it to me? Because I don't think we got American TV in Korea, but I don't know. Maybe somebody played for him over the phone. I don't know. We living that prison life. But he played it for me. And it comes on like, that's why FHOB, you fat, beep, 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 right? I'm just like, yo. Because we're used to rap being, it's the wordplay. We're used to hearing, you got to kind of read in between the lines to figure out what somebody's really saying. And artists sometimes are clever with their words. But very few times will you find an artist that is blunt, who is saying exactly how they feel about you, but they're saying it in a way that's entertaining. It ain't just, he said, my 4-4, make sure your kids don't grow. Oh man. So what I'm saying is, I was sad. That was the greatest beef that I had ever heard of. And so I want to know, before I even, that chick yo said could barely breathe. It was like he had sleep apnea while he was awoke during the daytime. But his flow was just like, wow. So I want to know, I'm going to keep going, but I want to know, what is your if you are a fan of hip hop, what was your greatest hip hop beef? What was your greatest hip hop beef? If you from the '90s, it could have been anything because it was beefs everywhere, always waiting to happen. LL was in so many beefs. I think he just looked forward to just doing that thing. Some people early on would have been like Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, but that really wasn't no beef though. There been some beefs that we say, oh, it's a beef. It ain't really a beef. No, it ain't really a beef. Matter of fact, let me go. What was some beef? Oh, the Drake and what's my man name? When he clowned him about, he outed Drake for having a son with a porn star or corn star, as they say on the YouTube space. Can I think? Pusha T. Drake and Pusha T was a beef. Drake and Meek Millie was a beef back to back. I mean, there was so many beefs that happened. Some of them lived up to the hype. Some of them just didn't. What up, D-Rob? Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion had a little bit of a beef here a little while ago. That was decent, I guess. It was decent, I guess. It was decent, I guess. Nas and Jay-Z. Jay dropped the takeover. Nas came back with Ether. D-Rob, who's your favorite rap beef? Matter of fact, Dr. Dre had one against Eazy-E too. Mr. Buster. Back when you really couldn't cuss on the radio, you had to be more creative with your words. Common, oh, your boy Common used to get busy too. So Cardi and Nicki had a crazy beef. Oh, was that when Cardi, her and Offset wasn't married yet, and Nicki was a takeoff trying to get at Nicki. I think it's when it was Gucci and Jeezy. Yeah, Gucci and Jeezy. And Gucci ain't really known to be a lyricist. I mean, he used to have some. He's a good artist, but when it comes to lyrical sparring, Gucci Mane was never really. He wasn't like up there with a Pac or a Nas or. But you didn't want it with Gucci Mane though. Oh, 50 Cent, Mini Man, yo. How you know when a beef is real? Not real. When you know when somebody is just a better, maybe a more pettier person. But Ja Rule at the time was the hottest, one of the hottest guys in the game. And 50 was coming out of obscurity. He was known in New York, in the streets. But on the big stage, not many people knew exactly who 50 was. But Ja, everybody knew who Ja was. From all the collabs with Ashanti, what was it, Murder Inc., the record label, the world tours, the movies. Everybody knew who Ja was. And then 50 came, 50 decided to pick a fight. And y'all know 50 is Petty LaBelle, right? 50 decided to pick a fight. I never seen a star go out so fast. Ja was hot as fish grease. 50 came out and just threw a whole bunch of. He pulled out the fire extinguisher on him, and he smoked him out. And then Ja started making mistakes. He started making money moves instead of career moves. Turned down the role in Fast and Furious. Luda picked that up. Then tried to do this whole thing, island concerts, Fire Island, Fire Resort, whatever it was. That belly flop, man. Oh, Ja done, since 50 punched Ja in the mouth, bro. Ja ain't been able to recover. He just ain't been able to recover. D. Rob says, I'm not a fan of beef either. I'm not a fan of beef either. Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. Drake makes better music than all of them, but they better lyricists than Drake, kinda. Yeah, Jake. I ride with J Cole. Jake, Jake is a great marketer, and he makes music for his group. Jake is a better businessman, I think. He knows who his audience is. He knows where his support comes from, and he makes music specifically for them. It just so happened to be um, easier enough to get into other places without being intrusive. Meaning his music is not super offensive to people who don't really rock with him because I Drake's okay with me. One of my homies been pause. How about is it no Diddy? He been riding Drake since the beginning. He's been a Drake fan since the very beginning. I think he had one of Drake's mixtapes. And he was like, bro, this guy right here. And I'm just like, man. At the time, I'm like, bro, Kanye's gonna be better. And as an entertainer, Kanye is better. Drake just got a really targeted audience, a very target audience. Kendrick he's brilliant when it comes to it's a sales technique that says you pulling away from the group, pulling away from the crowd. Kendrick will go in, he'll write a really introspective project, and then he'll come out, start a little beef, and then drop his stuff. I mean, it's good. The marketing technique is great. The most talented of the group, I think, is J. Cole. J. Cole could drop an album every year and it not just be fluff. The only problem I think J. Cole has is that he's trying to build a network, a stable. But he has set the bar so high, it's gonna take years for his stable to catch up to him, with the exception of Ari. Ari Lennox has such a unique sound, and she has such a good personality that when you think of Dreamville, for me, now I'm an old head. I am not following every day, but when I drink up the Dreamville, J. Cole first, then I think of Ari, and then there's maybe one or two more guys. If I saw them, I know they was part of Dreamville, but for the most part, not so much. Not so much. Also, what's the other beef I was thinking about? Oh yeah. So the Pac Biggie. I'm gonna go back to the Pac Biggie. Um, he wasn't really sneak dissing Pac. It just the songs that he made, Pac thought he was making about him, and then Biggie finally hit him, came back and dropped one on him, and then Pac came back and hit him up, and we know how that ended. Which is why I'm not a fan of beef, because sometimes in our community we say these words and we don't take it as entertainment. We can't. Some of us can't joke. Like, I'm not a joker. I won't sit there and go back and forth with you in some verbal way. I'm a fighter. I'm not a flighter. I'm a fighter. You cracking jokes, I'm sizing your chin up. So I don't participate in the beef, which is why I don't like it. Now, if I could participate in the beef and we can laugh it off, okay. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I like him a little bit more. Maybe I could create some stuff. But that's why I like battle rap. Because these guys will be right in their face telling you point blank, this is what I think about you, your mama, and them kids. And you knew what the game was before you went there. It wasn't no surprise. It wasn't no sneak diss. You knew it. And you had to look this person in their eyes. Up close and personal. Case said Gucci is terrifying in real life. Yeah, I've never seen him in real life, but I've heard similar from people when I used to live around the Alabama, Atlanta, Eric corridor. Back then when he had the snow cone on his face, he said, "Man, this dude looked like a A big, a big crackhead, a big functional crackhead. You don't want it with Gucci. Yeah, D Rob said people don't know Drake had hits off a demo tape. That's the one I heard. That's why my dude was just like, yo, this guy right here. And I'm just like, bruh, nah, I don't see it. And I was wrong about that one. I mean, Drake has been a staple. And honestly, and it's not because he's just a great lyricist. He's not. Drake has commercial appeal. He has a crazy work ethic. Whether he write his own stuff or not, he has a crazy work ethic. He has commercial appeal, and he writes songs that ladies primarily like. That's the formula for a winning, and some ladies say he's not bad to look at either. That's a winning combination every day, all day. Which is why I say Biggie was such a wonder of the world because he was the opposite of all of that. He made music that you really couldn't play on the radio. He wasn't light skinned. He wasn't light skinned at all. He talked with a little bit of a lisp, but his skill was just that good. So that's why when Biggie is put in the greatest of all category, he did it with only one real skill, the mouthpiece. He wasn't super marketable, none of that. Wait. He looks like trash now? Hold on, let me go back up. Hold on, let me I miss up. Let's see. Toronto Rican says, I don't think DMX had beef with anyone. But if not, I believe that he was a triple threat. No one could go against him. Bruh, DMX, people were scared of DMX because he really was who he was. He really was who he said he was. He really was the person that you perceived. The person in those songs, it was really him. And what your boy tell you all the time? People really don't want that smoke. Most people want to talk about it. Most people want to look the part. They want to be these fake thugs and these fake gangsters. But most people don't really want no smoke. They don't. Which is why when they say it's room at the top, it's plenty of room at the top because most people don't have what it takes inside because life is about smoke. Life is going to hit you in the face so many times. And you got to look at it and be like, let's try that again. Let's run that back. You got to be willing to take that punishment over and over again. And then one day, life steps to the side and says, you know what? Go have fun. Sometimes you get it early, sometimes you get it late. But nobody wanted it with X. What is it? Method Man tell stories. I mean, not Meth, Jay-Z, all of them tell stories. When they was touring and all of them was hot, DMX wasn't even a closer. He wasn't the opening act either. He was somewhere in the middle. He would go out after Wu-Tang. And after, they said they'll cut all the lights off in the arena. And the people will have their little lighters out and whatever. And then you hear, people would lose their mind. And then the beat drop. And then he come outside, shirt already off. Shirt already off, already sweating. And he just going crazy. Y'all know DMX long. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in here. He be just throwing it. And then he'll end with a prayer. So you got the crowd excited. You got people losing their freaking mind, singing back, rapping back with you. Then I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up, right? Now he's bringing you down. He's making you think about your life and how you need to get it together. And then he closes with a prayer. Father God, I come to you humbly as I know how. Bless my mans, my womans, and all of my friends. And then he barks at the end, amen. Dogs out. Crowd goes crazy. And the headliner still got to go. The headliner ain't even went yet. He just closed out the whole show. Nobody wanted it with DMX. Nobody. D-Rob says, battle rappers 50-50 because most of them run from real beef. Like, yes. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, boo. I see your conscience checked you on that one. I ain't even got to say nothing. That was mean. It's okay, baby. It's all right. It happens sometime. So Arsenal also run from fights. Oh, Drake is... DMX had Keisha from Belly. Bruh, D-Rob. Keisha from Belly was fine, right? Keisha from Belly was fine, y'all. Y'all just don't know. When you a young, impressionable boy and you watch the opening scene from Belly, and then you see, hey, yo, Keish. You see Keish roll up. Yeah, rest in peace to the dog. Most impactful, they say in New York, man, this dude walked around literally with pit bulls, and he would sick his dogs on you. He would literally break in your house. He would rob you. He was a combination of Omar from The Wire, you know, the robbing part, not the other part. And a combination of a Mike Tyson. Imagine Mike Tyson and Omar from The Wire had a baby. Oh, man. And the crazy part is, those two could probably have a baby. Mike Tyson told Lou, I'll eat your kids. The guy said, whoa, pause. Come on, Mike. Don't be eating my babies. And Omar was like, I'll eat your babies too. Oh, man. Kay said, another terrified man. All right, I'm gonna stop. But I've been putting a lot of time this weekend because I have been so scatterbrained, man. Because it's still hard to believe that my pops is gone. And so I've been having like trouble focusing. And so I've been looking at a bunch of stuff that just made me laugh and things that just excited me and got my attention. I did do a little bit of work. Not much though. But I spent a lot of time. I'll be sitting here, and next thing you know, I'm laying in the floor back there. My wife will walk by, see me in the floor, and she'll bring me something to drink, and she'll come lay beside me for a few minutes, and yeah. So shout out to you, babe. I appreciate you so much. And then I had so many. My kids were here. You know, my sister-in-law, my sister. She ain't my sister-in-law. She my sister. My sister was here. And so I just had so much love and support, you know, that it made it easier to get through. Because no, my dad's relationship now it was complicated, but we were in a good place when he passed. We just never got the closeness part, you know, where we would just hang out more. We didn't hang out as much as we were starting to, you know, go eat breakfast together on a regular basis and have conversations. And I just kind of feel like I cheated myself a little bit. Just because I'm in this stage of life where I'm just busy. I'm grinding 80, 90 hours a week. And when I'm home, I'm still working. And then when I'm not working, I'm sleeping. So I've been going down the rabbit hole of a lot of stuff. And I came across this beef with Chris Breezy and Quavo. From the Netflix series You. I think I've seen that. Speaking of scary, man, do y'all think Chris Brown is terrifying? Is Chris Brown one of those dudes that, and I'm talking to the guys right now. You know, guys, we're in this space where we break down people, we diagnose people sometimes, especially other dudes. And we think sometimes, if I had to fight this guy, if it came to fisticuffs with me and this dude. Could I take him? Could I take him? Nobody thinks Chris Breezy is terrifying. After reading some of, and I'm gonna go through the lyrics here in a minute, because I found them interesting, hypocritical, but also entertaining. I will say some of them lyrics was entertaining, definitely entertaining. And so a lot of people don't really find Chris, because he's a singing dude, right? He's one of those singing guys, those singing artists. But you also know who people don't find intimidating or terrifying? Diddy. Nobody want to have talking about, oh man, you watch out for P. Diddy, man. Oh man, P. Diddy's a terror. Toronto Regan said, nah, he too light skinned. Pretty boy like bright. Ooh, they said it. Rihanna's cheeks thinks he's terrifying. Let me do a bit of quick research, just real quick. How tall is Chris Brown? Anybody know off the top of their head? How tall is Chris Brown? Chris Brown is 6'1". Chris Brown is taller than pretty much all your favorite artists. Drake 6 foot. Usher 5'8". Chris Brown is a hooper. He's really good in basketball. Remember, when he first started, he used to be out in that in all the celebrity leagues and playing. He's really talented athlete. He can box. He can sing. He can act. Chris Brown is like the perfect storm of talent. There's not much that he can't do. I mean, he even put his hands on Rihanna, one of the most beloved entertainers of our generation, of our era. And he still tours the world, making millions of dollars a year. He still is in acting products or projects. Why? Because the man is just talented in everything that he does. So did he turn out to be a supervillain? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Chris Breezy is an athlete. He's an athlete. He's one of the biggest dudes most of us know, personally. Except maybe D-Rob, because D-Rob an athlete too. But the regular dudes, Chris Brown is huge. It just TV makes him look small. He's not a small guy. He is not a small guy. J. Cole the same way. We see Cole on TV and we think Cole's small. We see him because he's up against, professional athletes who actually do it. But Cole's a hooper. Cole's a boxer. Cole's an artist. Cole can't sing like Breezy though. Breezy can sing a cappella, the Star Spangled Banner, get a standing ovation. Easy. Now, Chris Breezy and Quavo has had some beef recently. Matter of fact, let's do a comparison. We know Chris Brown is 6'1". Let's go Quavo. Because Quavo ain't a small guy either, but I just want to see what the comparison is. Quavo height. Quavo is 5'10". Yeah, Quavo is 5'10". All right. So it's not a big height difference in there. And if you had to bet money, who do you think the better rapper is? Quavo or Chris Brown? Uh, did he turn out to be a supervillain? Supervillain. Supervillain. Diddy is known now as the booty snatcher. I'm a warrior. They need to bring the Boondocks back so Diddy can get his own show. Oh, everybody saying, Chris, man, y'all shading Quavo like that? Quavo's amigo. Quavo, he's a professional rapper, entertainer. He's known for his lyrics. Maybe. He do it. He do this. But when I started reading some of them lyrics, I said the nerve of this ninja. Quavo got heat. Thank you, D-Rob. Quavo got some heat. He do. He do. And so I just wanna. This is when you going back to the old. We're officially in an old school beef right now. J. Cole kind of flaked on this Drake and Kendrick beef. Jay said, you know what? I don't want to be known for that. I love J. Cole's ability to be rational in heated moments. He does a really good job at it. But he also cheated me out of a classic beef. However, we all seen what classic beefs turn into sometimes. And so I ain't even mad at J. Cole for backing out. He dropped his bars and said, you know what, I apologize. I shouldn't have done that. But I want you to see what I can do, though. I want you to see. Ain't no smoke over here for me. I ain't worried about y'all, but I want y'all to know I can do this too. But I digress. That's really all he did. Because he dropped his diss track. Next day, so you know what? I shouldn't have done that. That was a sucker move on my part. My apologies, Kendrick. I shouldn't have even done that, bro. I don't even want that energy. But you saw what I did, though, right? Yeah. Don't play with me. So that's what happened. And so, what your boy? Let's go here. Yeah. This is the album cover for the diss record. Song called Weakest Link. That's what I'm saying, D-Rob. J. Cole don't need it. He needs to stay out of the way. So why did Quavo state Breezy was a crackhead, look like Michael Jackson? Bruh. We all know that Chris Brown has had a tough go of things since the Rihanna debacle, right? We all know. It's been tough sledding for Chris Breezy. He's never gotten the full recognition for his skills. He's never been appreciated for the true talent that he is because of the infraction. He's apologized several times. He stayed out the way. But you've had so many people come with false allegations. Oh, Chris Brown hit me because they're trying to get a quick bag. This man hit you, but you ain't got no bruises. No nothing. He hit Rihanna. He hit Rihanna 4 times, and you saw the impact of him hitting somebody 4 times. And she had a knot for every time she was hit. Oh, he tried to sexually assault me. So Chris Brown, y'all saw the picture. He got Quavo eating a glizzy, and called him the weakest link, meaning you the weakest in your whole crew, bruh. Even the one that was dead, he rap better than you now, currently, and he ain't even here no more. And so these lyrics, they're wild. I wasn't really. Let's see. Yeah, I wasn't really. I was debating whether I was gonna put the lyrics on screen, but I think I just want to read a few bars because I'm like, yo, Chris Breezy. My perspective of him is not gonna change because of this, but I can appreciate the artist or the art and separate that from the artist. I'm really good at compartmentalizing stuff like that. Like I can appreciate somebody that's just jacked up. They messed up. They did a bunch of crazy stuff, but I can appreciate their body of work and disregard who they are as people. Now, I don't have more love for them, but I respect the work. Chris, he says, who wants smoke? I would, now y'all know I would play it, but I can't play it. Who won't smoke with me? Who won't smoke with C? And he goes there, first verse. Okay, let's get down to the facts. I'm gonna just say coochie. I'm dripped in red. Don't let this R&B S fool you. Ninjas getting ripped to shreds. Quavo talking like he a thug. Ninja, you a female dog with dreads. Then the hype man like, you a bear. Can't wait to see the day that you back up all that you was talking or that you said. What's all that boss-ish? You ain't no huncho. You the weakest link out your clique. Let's keep it a hundo. You F my XO. That's cool. I don't give a no. Cause your ex, when you was still with her, when she was still your chick. I mean, this is like they're going back for back. It ain't as far as I hit him up, but he's just dropping bar after bar after bar. Going into details about it. I think it's Saweetie. And that was part of, y'all remember the altercation that Quavo and Saweetie got into in the elevator? Where I hate to call it an altercation because he didn't physically like hit her or anything. He was just trying to take the bag from her. And he snatched the bag and he snatched her and she went all over the place. But at least I don't remember seeing him raise his hand and, do anything like that to her. I don't think I did. But there's apparently no love lost. And I think Quavo was messing with Karrueche after her and Chris had finally broke up. So Saweetie smashed everybody though. Hey man, she living doing the hot girl summer era. She's hot during the hot girl summer era. So she out there living her best life, I guess. But facts. And so I don't know if I don't keep up with the hip hop community as much as I used to because it's toxic. And I try to save my toxic intake into things that really, might make me smile a little bit, might move the needle a little bit. But I try not to get too much of it. I mean, Chris Brown is basically just stating, he said that cat hot. He's basically stating what most of us already know. The Migos were a good group. They were a phenomenon when they first came out. But, after you get past your first project and maybe even your second project, especially in a group, it gets tougher to keep putting out the hits. So they created a triple album, and all three of them had their own stuff. And I think the one that passed, he was probably the strongest lyricist. His flow is probably stronger. Offset probably has the best presence, and Quavo he really is kind of a role player, kind of the B guy. He has skill, but he's definitely not the leader of the group. He's definitely not him, and I don't think he's the most creative either. But I don't follow him that much, not enough to say for sure. So that's why I'm asking y'all. Toronto Rican says, I guess having the most body count is a thing. Well, I mean, if you think about it, right? If ladies are more interested in being like dudes, then that makes total sense. Because to a lot of guys, the body count matters. If you meet a guy, he's 40 years old, and he's been with two girls his whole life. Even the women are looking at him just like, "What's wrong with you?" But if you dude said, "I got 40 bodies at 40," then that means you averaging 2 bodies a year for 20 years. That's not horrible. 40 bodies sound like a lot for a guy. A lot, but for a guy, it's not horrible. Which means you were probably in a lot of short-term relationships, or or you had one really hot summer, but then you were married for 10 years. I mean, it could be so many combos. But if you meet a girl, a lady, and she admit that she got 40 bodies, lady's gonna be like, "Girl, don't tell nobody else that. Don't tell nobody else that." Guys gonna be like, "Well, you know what? We do live in a different age now." But Ricky said, "Ew, nah, I'm good." Bad and bougie. Takeoff wasn't on it. Really? Oh, D-Rob, you teaching. K say strumpet. But that's the era we live in. I was watching some podcast, and the chick was on there, and she was talking about she had been with 12 guys in a year was a light for her. A year, that's like one a month. If she messing with somebody new, every other week, she having a hot girl summer, it's possible to get those 40 bodies in the first 6 months of 2024. Depends on what your lifestyle is. Which is why all the guys know if guys are dumb enough to ask a woman what her body count is. "Oh, baby, it's only been about, let's see, that was Andre, it was Zach, baby, it's only been 1, 2, maybe 3, and you, so 4. I've been with 4. I'm 32, and I've only been with 4 guys. We already know. Let's see. Times 3 that, no, times 5 that. So that's at least 15 to 20. All right, cool. Just want to make sure we got the math situated. Chick tell me, "I've been with 30 guys." I know she's been with at least 120. That's the assumption going into the matter. But I generally don't ask, because I don't want to make you lie to me. I don't want to make you lie to me. Because I'm not bothered by the number as much as some other guys claim to be. Not as much. I'm not super bothered by that number. So Quavo, he answered back. And I'll be honest with y'all. So that meow is going to be beat up and no good. Now, Toronto Riggins has a point there. Ladies, there's also an indicator too. A lot of times it will snap back, but there becomes a point when the body snaps back, right? That piece of the body, it does snap back. You can use stuff to kind of rejuvenate, bring back life to it, right? You can do all those things. D-Rob said, "If I fall in and get lost, something wrong." D-Rob, bruh, I got a story. I got a story that I can't share. This is morning motivation. I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube if I share this story. But I fell in one time. Oh, I'm about to dive in. Inadvertently. And it was like, splash. Help me, please, somebody. Help me, please. Help me. Back to yesterday. So if guys supposed to have a high body count and females a low body count, who these guys sleeping with? Exactly. That's the point. That's why I say the higher body counts, it don't bother me as much because you're getting it from somewhere, right? You're getting it from somewhere. The problem comes in that it's the culture, the expectation, all of this other stuff. that we have culturally, the lies that we tell. The lies that we tell as a culture. And ladies, y'all culpable for all of these lies. Starting with your age. Clown me if I want to wear some platform shoes. Clown me if I want to wear some pants with the extra sock in it. I get clowned for this stuff. Don't be apologizing, D-Rob, but you did start it, though. You did start it. Guys get clowned when we try to put the little toupee on, or, you know what I'm saying? Or we want to Beijing it up. We get clowned for that. But ladies, y'all do it all the time. Y'all be out there just capping and capping and capping. My bad, boo. Yeah, all caps. She got me in all caps. I'm sorry. And she driving too, so you know she was struggling to get that one out. But this is more than motivation, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna tell that story. That your girl said, whatever floats your boat. Yeah, man, shoot. I've seen everything from the lashes, the eyebrows, the hair, the nails, the BBLs, the mommy makeovers, the boob jobs, the nose job. I mean, ladies, y'all, and I'm not saying every lady, but I'm saying in general. I know everybody don't do this. I know the ladies here, y'all all natural, organic. I already know that. But I'm saying in general, when you, as a guy, when you are here dating, you have to ask so many more questions now that you never had to ask before. I met a young lady right before me and B became an exclusive item. And the energy on the phone, texting was great, amazing energy. I thought of like, yo, this person is as tight in person as she is on the phone. Might be working with something here now. Okay. So we go have our first little get together, our first little date. That your girl said, "Oh, you're gonna see me in my natural form." Okay. My wife told me I need to wrap it up. I guess I've been filibustering enough today. If it's not natural, I don't want no parts of it. I'm grateful for what my mama gave me. She's really making me rap this. Y'all, am I sucking today, y'all? Am I struggling? Is it obvious that I haven't got a starting gate yet? Gotta think about that thing. Mess around and wake up a monster. Okay, apparently I'm struggling today, y'all. My wife is trying to pull my coattails. Sit your ass down, boy. Sit down. All right. If y'all gotta go, y'all go ahead. But I want to share one more thing before I go. And it's something that really made me laugh this week. Babe, I've shared it with you already. I've already shared it with you. So I'm going to share it with y'all. It made me laugh today. Or over the weekend. And I had to find it again. So let's see if I can...
LA, I got tired of the media trying to smear this great city. They're saying you're a bunch of fucking criminals, drug addicts, and pedophiles. That is not the whole city. That is a very small, specific section of the city. It's called Diddy's house. That is, listen, this is the only reason I think he might be guilty. Every celebrity in LA has had their home robbed except Diddy. And I thought about it, it's like, robbing Diddy is terrifying, because what if he's there? You break down the door, he's butt naked on the couch. Meek Mill sitting on his lap, just petting him like a Maltese cat. Just Meek Mill crying, "Oh no, wait a minute, I thought you was finished." He's like, "Can't stop, won't stop." You run out, the door is locked. You turn around, all of a sudden you hear, "You ain't going nowhere, you ain't going nowhere. I can't be stopped now." It's your asshole tonight.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. My bad, man. I should have wrapped it up when you told me to wrap it up. But yo, that's my guy Andrew shows, bro. He's one half of the podcast Brilliant Idiots with Charlamagne the God, but he's a phenomenal comedian, and anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. He don't care what color you are. He don't care what your religion is. Anybody, if you do something stupid, he gonna make a joke out of it. So yeah, we ain't going nowhere. Okay, y'all, my wife done put 2,500 bowls up there saying wrap it up. But yeah, so that's what's been making me laugh today. The rap beefs. So I've been putting myself through self-care. Somebody sent flowers to the house and I cried. It's just like, okay, I don't need to be around people right now. I'm too emotional. And so I've been submerging myself in the things that bring me the most joy, things that make me laugh. You know, my children have been here a lot. You know, family's been here a lot. And I've been watching a lot of comedy and, you know, listen to some music. And I will say hip-hop is still a very toxic place, but sometimes it's so entertaining. And it's needed. And it is needed. Because we all go through times where we got to find how we get through. We got to find our way to get past whatever it's holding us back, whatever is distracting us. We have to find our choice things that help us get over the hump. And so in honor of Hump Day, I just wanted to share this with you guys. And besides, I'm not going to be here Friday. We're traveling this weekend. So Monday will probably be the next time. And Monday, it'll be a very real topic. And we're going to dig into some new stuff. But, you know, I didn't want to be grieving and then leave y'all for too long. Because I need y'all, man. I enjoy the time that we spend together. And on that note, I'm out of here. You guys, because I ain't even introduced myself. I ain't said buy me a cup of coffee. I ain't said get the likes up. I mean, y'all can see. I'm just kind of just rolling right now. We're just going with the punches. So thank you for your continued support. Thank you for your well wishes and everything. It really matters. D-Rob says, okay, so that was a good one, right? That was a good one. I like that one. Go get your feet done. That's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm not ashamed. Shout out to D-Rob. Said we want to get our feet done. You know what? That's not a bad idea, D-Rob. For real, it's not a bad idea. My feet looking a little rough right now. I need to shave. I need to get a little fresh cut or something. But thank you guys for everything and the love, the outpouring and support. In life, it just keeps going, man. You gotta keep going through your go through, and you'll arrive where you want to arrive to if you know where you want to go. So shout out to everybody who came through today. Shout out to everybody who understands and can be empathetic and also sympathetic. Because humans, we're not supposed to be here alone doing it by ourselves. We need community. And so I'm grateful to have a community with you guys. Kay says you don't have to be perfect with us, bro. I appreciate it. And that's what makes it easier to do it. But some days you just don't have it. Some days you're tired. Your brain is just not working right. And not being judged is a good thing. Not being judged is a good thing. So there's one more thing I want to show you. I want to give Quavo his due. Quavo came harder on this pause. Quavo came back at Chris Breezy. And he, you know, I don't want to get out because I respect his craft. But he came back, he did his thing. He dropped that cover. He dropped that cover. He's choking my man out. He's choking him out. And the album, it was a good response. Chris Breezy didn't wash him. So for the Quavo fans out there, I want to be balanced. Because we are, all of us are family. Our culture, we're family. We just got to learn how to stick behind each other like you guys are sticking with me. Like I want to stick with you guys. So, but anyway, I'm going to get out of here for my wife Ashley comes back home and drop kicks me out of my chair and drags me up out of here. So you guys have a great day. My pop's funeral is tomorrow at 1 p.m. So, yeah. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. So you guys keep my family in your prayers. You know, y'all know Craig G. Positive self-talk. You know, Bobby, Kay. The people in the room that knew my pops. You know, everybody my dad knew had a special relationship with him. And there's something that they're going to miss about him. And anytime you have loss, it's lost. You can't get it back. But you get together with the community, with the people that you love, and y'all share good stories. Y'all laugh and y'all do it in their honor. And you go out and live a life that's amazing. And if you can't always do it for you, do it for them. All right, I'm going for real this time. Y'all have a great day no matter what. Health Talk, thank you, my brother. D-Rob, Toronto Riggins, that chick, yo. I didn't see Monique today, but shout out to Monique. And tell Blaskin I need to see her on Monday. I think I'm back on Monday. So Monday I need to see Blaskin back in the building. Brick by brick also. All right, y'all. Be blessed. Y'all have a great weekend. Take it easy. And I'll see you next week. Peace.